Okay, one of the most tempting fantasies in the history of literature involves a man being shown how his life might have turned out if things had only happened a little differently. The story of Scrooge in A Christmas Carol uses that formula, and so does James Stewart's lesson from a guardian angel in It's a Wonderful Life. And now a movie named Mr. Destiny uses the formula again, with Michael Caine playing a supernatural being who steps in when James Belushi grows discontented with his life. Belushi believes things would have turned out better for him if he'd hit a crucial ball in the state baseball championship years ago. Caine shows him what might have happened then.
Instead of missing the baseball, however, you hit it. Then you became a hero, married the prom queen, and so on and so forth, until you find yourself exactly where you are. So you see, hitting that baseball has spun your life off in an entirely new direction.
Belushi finds out in this alternate timeline that he's married to the boss's sexy daughter, and he's running the company instead of only working for it. The problem is, he still remembers his previous life, and in it, he was married to Linda Hamilton. He has trouble convincing her of that fact.
Ask me something I couldn't possibly know. But if I get it right, will you believe that we were married in another life?
Maybe.
Mr. Destiny is a sweet and gentle movie with a good performance by James Belushi. He's a master at seeming sincere, even in corny situations. But for some reason, this movie had a really low energy level. It was so muted and low-key and soft-spoken that eventually it just plain seems slow, especially since it doesn't do anything different with the formula. It just shows us one more guy finding out he doesn't know how good he already has it. And I talked about how slow it is. I know you're talking to Quincy Jones later in the program about movie music, and you think there's too much in most movies.
Yes.
This movie had noticeably little movie music to the point where it almost seemed too quiet. What did you think?
I didn't notice how little it had, but I did like the picture more than you did, too. And I think it was just the way you described it. I'm surprised you're voting thumbs down, which was that it was gentle and sweet. And I thought that Belushi, and I think this is about as good as he's ever done in film, playing the average Joe. I mean, that seems to be his lot, and he does it extremely well here. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh, boy, It's a Wonderful Life all over again. They're ripping it off. And then I thought to myself, you know what? Lean back and enjoy it. Why should there only be one, or Christmas Carol, two pictures with this theme? There's more of it in literature, and I bought it. And it was good-humored, you know, gentle, clean-cut, not great, good.
Okay, so I liked all of those things about it, and I liked Belushi too, but it just seemed to me like the whole thing needed a jolt of energy. It needed to pick up the pace a little bit. It just sat there and meandered along.
I sat there grinning most of the time.
Coming up later in the show, welcome home